Kids TV News is made possible in part through the generous support of Freedom Federal Credit Union, Harford County's better way to bank.
Hi kids, welcome to Kids TV News. I'm Katie Levy.
And I'm Josh Ford. We've got an incredible show for you, so let's get right to it. We'll check out what's growing in the Harvest of Hope Garden at the Aberdeen Boys and Girls Club on today's Kids Club.
We'll talk to the winners of the Freedom Federal Credit Union's calendar art contest about what inspired them on today's Kid Sense.
Then I'll take you along on a field trip to Harford Glen to find out how kids are becoming better stewards of the environment on today's Cool Harford Schools.
We'll also give you a rundown on all the fun things you can be doing on our Kids on the Go events calendar.
But first, the Liriodendron Mansion is an inspirational place. Let's drop in on some young artists who are capturing the beauty of the mansion and its grounds on today's Kids in Art.
Today we're at the Liriodendron Mansion in Bel Air with our Exploration Art School Art Camp. We are focusing on drawing and painting from life, outdoor and plein air, on the beautiful landscape and focusing on the architecture.
I'm painting this scene with like the tree and the Liriodendron, and the hardest part is, I guess, the light is changing as the sun moves, so you have to like just capture it.
Well, today we have to take in consideration with the challenges, the wind. We also have the lighting. So we try to work quickly and focus on capturing the values in a color, making sure that the kids can see the highlight in a leaf and the shadow in a leaf and the medium value, and we're working on that.
I'm drawing a realistic artwork of some trees over there. I think the biggest challenge is blending, because you could get the oil pastel outside the lines, or it can easily smear different colors where you don't want it to go.
Well, I'm drawing like a point of view, like how I would see on a painting. Like if I go like this, the view I want, I try to like sketch it out of what I see. The medium I'm using is oil paints, and the hard part about this is it blends really easily and it takes a while to dry. So if you want to add layers of color, you probably have to wait for it to dry before you can go back in over it, and it does take a while to dry.
I'm doing a realistic artwork style with a little bit of dotting on my leaves of my picture. I like doing this style because it just kind of copies the image in my mind.
Well, with art, we're really trying to show the children how to slow down, to become observant, to step away from our fast-paced lifestyle and technology and really look at and observe and take time to notice things.
When I draw the base of like mood, how I feel. And every brushstroke, I concentrate really hard to make every like part of it look perfect, or like what I want it to look like, or what I picture in my head, or what I see. I think art can express who you are, because you just, like, we're doing the same thing, but it looks different. You can just express, like, I guess it looks differently because like how we feel is different, and I guess how we interpret it is different. So that's how it expresses, I guess, how we are.
I like it because you have so many ideas for your inspiration, and you can kind of open up your mind to everything outside.
I think it's cool that no one can recreate what I do, because it's like, I guess art is a good way for everyone to be unique, and no one can exactly do the same thing, and it just shows who everyone is when people are doing art.
at a very young age at the boys club, which back in the day was just a boys club. It wasn't a boys and girls club. And I remember it being such a great creative outlet, and it obviously changed my life and gave me a career path.
It's a simple equation. The more options you have for a child, the more likely they'll find a program that they'll want to stick with.
Support a program that works. Hey, it worked for me. The Boys and Girls Club of Harford County. Great futures start here.
Welcome back to Kids TV News. Art was on the minds of several kids who entered Freedom Federal Credit Union's 2017 Calendar Art Contest. Kids were asked to use the theme of people helping people in their artwork. Once the calendars are produced, they'll be available at all Freedom FCU branches, and any donations that people make will benefit the Greater Excellence in Education Foundation. So, let's meet some of the contest winners on today's Kid Sense.
My name is Camila Colvard, and my artwork shows people helping people because it makes the world a better place.
My name is Sam Tannehill, and my artwork shows a teacher teaching another student about money and how you can invest it because it saves you a lot of time in the future.
Hi, my name is Sydney Kennedy. My artwork shows me giving toys to kids. This inspired me because I went to a homeless shelter and gave them toys before.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie Hamilton, and I entitled my artwork People Helping People because we're all in this world together.
My name is Kiera Sholey, and my artwork is about people helping other people who need it, and that's called philanthropy.
For their winning artwork, these artists received Nabi tablets and Kindle Fires. So later this year, drop by Freedom Federal Credit Union for your calendar, and don't forget to support the Greater Excellence in Education Foundation.
KidsSense is made possible through the generous support of Freedom Federal Credit Union, Harford County's better way to bank.
A healthy diet and plenty of exercise are keys to success, both on and off the ice. Teaching kids how to eat right will give them the fuel they need to be at their very best.
Growing bodies need lots of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and low-fat dairy to be healthy and strong. A registered dietitian can work with your family to help you create nutritious meals you will love.
And don't forget to exercise for at least 60 minutes every day. Visit kidseatright.org for more information.
When that child looked up at me, he was so beautiful.
One of the things that went through my mind was, am I going to be a good parent?
The first time I saw her, I think I knew we were in trouble. She was cute, and she had these big brown eyes.
Sometimes he can look at you, give you that smile, and you just melt.
When I first met my son, he was a teenager.
She came to us when she was 17.
We met our mommy and daddy 2 years ago.
Welcome back to Kids TV News. Before I took over as host here on Kids TV News, I was the Cool Harford Schools reporter. And when I heard about the things kids are learning at Harford Glen about our environment, I just had to go back and find out more. Come along on today's Cool Harford Schools. Students here at Harford County Public Schools are learning a better understanding of our local environment and how to reduce our carbon imprint. Let's find out ways to be better stewards of our global environment here at Harford Glen.
Oh, hi Josh. I see you're enjoying the beautiful weather today here at Harford Glen, along with our birds.
You collect a lot of data about birds. Why is that so important?
So Josh, we have been collecting data on birds here for 36 years, and the boys and girls in our program get to see how bird populations have increased or decreased as the habitat in Harford County has changed. We really want them to develop a love for birds and birding, and hopefully they'll get a cool pair of binoculars that they can use in their house.
How did Harford Glen become a part of Harford County Public School System?
So Josh, at the beginning of World War II, the United States Army took the farm here called Glen Echo Farm and turned it into a reservoir to provide water for the troops at Edgewood Arsenal. After World War II, the Army gave this property to the Harford County Public School System to be used as a site for conservation education, outdoor education, and as a park for the general public to enjoy. So Josh, one of our most popular lessons in our 5th grade program is the Stream Doctors lesson, where the boys and girls actually get down into the stream and they collect the aquatic insects that make the stream their home. Depending on what insects and other life forms they find, they can give a grade to the stream to see if the water quality is poor or fair or healthy. We've been very fortunate here at Harford Glen that our stream quality has remained in the healthy range for many years.
What other things do you teach about the environment here at Harford Glen?
In addition to our Stream Doctors lesson, we teach the boys and girls about alternative energy sources, such as solar power or wind turbines. We have gardening, where the boys and girls can plant their own food in our gardens, and we teach about composting, whether it's large scale like we do at Harford Glen, or small scale, which you can do right at your own house. Birding is one of our most enjoyable lessons. The boys and girls all get a pair of binoculars, they go on a birding walk, and they use iPads with a special app called Merlin, where they can easily identify the species that they see in person at Harford Glen.
And what's that over there?
That's one of our wood duck nesting boxes. Let's take a look. So Josh, this is a wood duck nesting box. By the early 1900s, wood ducks were almost extinct due to heavy hunting and habitat destruction. Folks began putting boxes like this up in the 1930s. Our boxes are monitored by high school environmental science teachers, and we have a real good population of wood ducks here. As you can see, we had success this year at Harford Glen, and here's some evidence.
Are there any environmental projects that schools are doing on their campuses?
Yes, Josh. The Harford Glen staff supports many projects back at the students' home school. For instance, boys and girls learn about the life cycle of the monarch butterfly while at Harford Glen. They then go back to their home school campus and establish monarch way stations, where they plant milkweed and other native plants to nurture the monarchs through their life cycle. In addition, we show the boys and girls how to grow their own food here at Harford Glen, and many schools have established gardens where the boys and girls can pick the food, take it home, or it can even be consumed in the dining hall. Look, I see Delicate Castley's here today. He can tell you more about that.
Hi, Josh. Can you think about a better place to come to learn about environmental education than Harford Glen?
It sure is, but why is it so important that we incorporate environmental awareness into our curriculum?
That's a great question, Josh. Studies show that the average student spends 90% of their day indoors, completely removed from the natural environment. What we try to do with the school system is make sure they understand the important role that the environment plays on their individual health.
I understand that many Harford County Public Schools are certified green schools. What does that mean exactly?
That's true, Josh. Almost half of Harford County Public Schools are certified Maryland Green Schools. It's a pretty great recognition, and there's a lot of work that goes into it. Basically, the school, meaning the school community, the students, the teachers, and the administration have all pledged their commitment to being environmentally responsible.
How are students in schools incorporating environmental literacy into their daily activities?
Well, Josh, probably the easiest ways that schools can incorporate sustainability into their daily lives is just to practice our single-stream recycling program. But there's also more unique ways. For example, Aberdeen High School, which is one of our green schools, their students got together with the administration and did a lightless lunch day, where once a week the students simply turn the lights off in the cafeteria and they eat through the natural sunlight. Falston High School and Bel Air High School and 6 other schools actually have solar panels on their roof. The students in the classroom can actually use a computer to log on and see how much power they're generating every day and compare to one another.
Can green schools really have an impact on student achievement?
They sure can, Josh. What we found is that green schools actually cause attendance and academic achievement to go up, while behavior issues and absenteeism go down.
Well, thanks, Delegate Castley. I'm glad that we're being given the tools and knowledge to protect and nurture our environment. Since we will be the ones who inherit this earth, it's good to know that programs like this will help us handle the job.
Well, kids at the Aberdeen Boys and Girls Club are also learning about the environment and how it feeds and sustains us. They've planted a Harvest of Hope garden, and they're watching fresh vegetables grow right before their eyes. Let's take a look on today's Kids Club.
What we have planted here is peppers, flowers, broccoli, and beets.
What I'm doing here today is watering plants, tomato plants.
Here today we are here planting watermelons. And before we can eat them, they have to be this big before we can harvest them and eat them.
What I'm doing here is that I'm weeding and I'm taking out the old grass so the plants can grow.
So these are our Harvest of Hope gardens. They're here to teach the kids about food sustainability and getting their fresh fruits and vegetables from this place right in the club. So we do have 40 community plots that any community member can rent out, and then these plots behind me are the ones for the kids that they take care of and they water and they get the food from them.
First, we have to put the dirt in, and then we have to make a hole and put the seed in, and then we water it and then wait for it to grow.
The first step is to plant the seeds, and then you have to water them and take care of them and let them get sun and light every day.
My favorite part is planting and watching them grow.
Before we can harvest, we have to wait until they grow and they turn red.
These guys are actually very excited. They've planted all the beans that are in the community plots. They like to come out as often as they can to kind of see what progress has been made. It makes them super excited.
When I first saw a plant peeking its head out, it was awesome and amazing.
We're growing carrots here, and once they get that big, we're gonna pull them out.
So these guys get to do a garden curriculum that's not just in the dirt, they actually get to go inside. They learn about the different food groups. We incorporate STEM, we're getting a weather station. They get to prepare the food, they get to be responsible for it, and they get to share it with those that come to the club and visit.
My favorite thing about gardening is that I can get dirty and I can use all sorts of tools.
I think it's important to have a garden because we can help the environment and see beautiful things grow and eat different things.
When I would get scared, I would tell myself that I would feel better if I washed my hands 20 times. If someone interrupted me, I'd have to start all over again. Unless I did that, my worries wouldn't leave. I'd have to wash my hands before I took a test, ate my lunch, or played football. Now, my treatment helps me take control, and I don't have to miss out on doing anything fun.
The weather is great, and there's so much going on for kids here in Harford County. Let's find out where the fun is on today's Kids on the Go events calendar.
Well, that's all, folks.
Thanks for sticking around.
We'd love to hear from you. You can log on to our website at KidsTVNews.com.
Let us know what you think and what you'd like to see here on Kids TV News.
Until next time, I'm Katie Levy.
And I'm Josh Ford.
So long. See you next time.
Kids TV News is made possible in part through the generous support of Freedom Federal Credit Union, Harford County's better way to bank.